Hello. So we are back with another kitchen witching video today. I got a little coffee, freshly showered, so the hair is still drying. It is not what I want to do quite yet, but I'm hoping that we will make a little pumpkin hand pie, pastry dough, and then I'm gonna figure out the pumpkin filling. And I saw these very cute little, you make little jack-o'-lanterns out of a cutout situation, and then you like press it, just a little hand pie, just a little bitty one, just a little baby. So we're gonna try it. It might turn out absolutely horrible, but yeah, let's do a little bit of kitchen witching, shall we? 2 cups of flour into giant bowl. So basically for this kitchen witching, I'm using some canned pumpkin. We're gonna make like a yummy little pumpkin pie-y filling. But what I love about making like baking goods, if I can ever open this damn bag of flour, what is going on here? Hello? You can score in runes, your own little sigils. That's what I prefer to do. Maybe like a little protective thing, or you put in just like a little pentagram. That's kind of like my go-tos when it comes to baking and stuff, because I really just sometimes just can't be bothered to make a whole new sigil every time I bake. Like I'm not something like I want the nice yummy thing, but I don't want too much effort. No, thank you. You know what I mean? Yeah. One of the nice things I like about making dough is there's very much a like tactile situation here. Like it takes effort, and like you could do shit in a mixer or a food processor, I guess, make it easier or whatever. But this is some of the stuff where I do like to kind of like get my hands more involved. You know, just the action of like mixing all this cold butter in with a fork into this flour, like having that activity be part of the making of the pastry can feel like I'm pressing my intention into it a lot of times. I think it's the same way, like I just like doing more, I guess, homebody, homemakery, a lot of spells, and why some of that like cottage witching, it really gets into me, because so many of these things were spells and such were just like, oh, things that people were already kind of doing in their culture with something else added in a lot of times. You know, cooking is a great way for things to be transformed, and so a great place to put in some magic. And I think that so much with so many other crafts, or just like sewing, any sort of painting, artistic hobbies as well, it's the act of transformation in the kind of hands-on element many a times, I think, which just feels so satisfying, and I think also just puts us in the right headspace to kind of allow the magic to happen. Because I don't know about you, but there are definitely some times where, even though I do believe in our ability to exert our will into the world, in finding magic and exerting it to hopefully put a little bit of our intent onto the chaos, there are days where I doubt more than others. You know what I mean? Like, it's not necessarily always, yes, I am all powerful, I can create things. There are doubts that come in, and there are some times when seeing, having a very, again, tactile exploration of things, something as simple as just making a pie dough and putting something there, that it feels much more powerful, I guess. Same thing with like candle making. I really enjoy candle making, or I'd love to like branch out into different types of candles, or get into dip candles and things like that, not just constantly kind of reusing my wax and adding a new thing and then pouring into whatever container I can find. So I love making my own spell candles. Candle magic is probably one of my favorites. It's definitely my go-to if I'm not doing some sort of art magic in a way. And that, there's something about that creation and that tactile, like seeing that like this becomes the magical item that I am in self-making, that, ooh, that just, it gives me so much more oomph than when I bought stuff necessarily for my magic and my practices before. It was interesting because there's definitely a transition of that as well. Like it wasn't like that right out the gate, I guess I could say. It was much more so where I believed more in the magic that was locked into what others had made. Over time, that definitely changed, and it slowly and surely became more so that the more that I did the thing, if I did the tarot reading, if I made the candle, if I made the baked good, that was going to be part of my ritual, then it was more powerful. It was from me. I think that just came honestly from more confidence over time. Like it was more confidence in my own abilities and seeing what I could do and wondering if it was more of my will, what I truly wanted exerted onto the chaos at every step, would it really ump up my magic? And I have found that it does. Alright, now that we got a decent little dough going, it has to now set overnight, so tonight is actually the full moon, which is exciting, so kind of fun, and put a little bit of that into this. So I am going to cover this and let it go in the fridge. Make this with some moon water and save this for tomorrow, but too late, tis what it is. So this is what we're working with. I'm going to wash my hands and all that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow when this is in a better state. Okay. Find me, there we go, hi! So it is actually several days later now, and we have gotten the dough out of here. And unfortunately, I need to buy a rolling pin. I don't know why I don't have one, but I don't. But it is kind of fun then to just end up working this all with your hands and knowing it's gonna end up a little bit ridiculous. I also do think that I made way too much filling, because there's no freaking way. And I always think that like, oh yeah, a lot of filling goes into these. And then when I'm like, oh, actually, if I put too much into it, it's gonna like explode and become a problem. So I've got a couple of different things I'm doing. One, I have a little star here that I'm using, which is fun. And then I'm just gonna use my knife here to carve some sigils in after I cut some off. I also want to attempt to make a little pumpkin one and like have a little jack-o'-lantern face, but it might be absolutely terrifying and put the fear of the gods into me. But it's spooky spook season, and that's fine. There we go. Alright, well, now that I have served myself a lovely little creepy hand pie with my little jack-o'-lantern, I'm going to eat him, and then I think I'm going to do a little bit of meditating with a little candle magic and have a great time. So that'll be the rest of my afternoon, and I will see you guys in the next one. Tell me about all the fun baking things that you're doing for the spooky season down in the comments below.